This is the latest from Force 13's regional AU channel for Monday the 20th of November. Much of the country is facing intense weather this week ahead as forecasters predict storms and one city's first heat wave of the season. Forecasters are warning of thunderstorms flashing to life inverted commas across eastern Australia for much of the week. But across northern and western Australia it is the prolonged heat that is the issue, with Perth potentially becoming the first capital city to experience a severe heat wave. It's being reported by Sky News meteorologists that southern Queensland and northern rivers in the region of New South Wales will face thunderstorms which could lead to flash flooding. Brisbane, Sydney and Canberra all susceptible to thunderstorms. Forecast comes after eastern regions of the New South Wales and Queensland border were bombed by golf ball sized hailstones midweek. The upcoming soaking is likely to be welcome in the fire ravaged parts of New South Wales and Queensland. The last week has been carried to ice by outback downpours, and that is expected every single day this week. Winds coming off the Coral Sea and Tasman Sea feeding moisture laden into the area of low pressure. You have the recipe for widespread showers and thunderstorms, and that pattern isn't shifting much over this week. Already this week, more than a month's worth of rain fell across parts of central Australia, including 36 millimetres in Alice Springs in just 24 hours. Now here's a look at upper level divergence. The upper level divergence is from 10 a.m. through to 2200 hours Tuesday. New South Wales has a hazardous surf warning for the Macquarie, Hunter, Sydney and Illawarra coast. Hazardous surf warning currently in place. For South Australia, Spencer Gulf's under a strong wind warning. There's a heatwave warning here in Queensland for the Peninsula and Gulf Country districts. There's no warnings for Victoria, Tasmania. There's a heatwave warning for the Daly, Tiwi, Carpentaria, Gregory and Arnhem districts in the Northern Territory. Now here's a look at storm probabilities also for the same period at my HQ. 76% humidity. And this week we're going to see storms and more rain, which could also result in flash flooding. At the time of doing this video update, 29.8 Darwin, 22.6 in Canberra, 18.2 Hobart, nearly 20 in Adelaide, 20.4 Perth, hot one here, although it's cloudy, 23.3. Melbourne is 16.1, 22.1 in Sydney. Cloudy for both Sydney and Melbourne. Rain, Brisbane. Precipitation and pressure information, bottom of the screen, left hand side. Sunny for Perth. Partly cloudy for Adelaide. Becoming cloudy Hobart. Rain developing, possible storm at Canberra, and mostly sunny again for Darwin. No rainfall has been recorded in any of the capital cities. Now, pressure and wind. The wind is measured in knots. Whilst we're in an El Nino event, it's completely different to previous ones that we've seen. And what I'm finding of interest is the amount of low pressure activity. And in about 10-12 days we might see another tropical cyclone to the northeast of Fiji or the Solomons. And it should come on the screen any second. And models do get updated 6 hourly, and here it comes, down to 982. Now we have a look at precipitation. Information, bottom of the screen, the precipitation scale, and it's just a sea of yellow. And it looks like it's going to be the entire east coast of Australia, the Northern Territory, Southwest Gulf of Carpentaria, and look at that yellow. West of Fraser Island right down to probably the northeast Gippsland region of Victoria. There's a little bit of activity yesterday afternoon going into the evening. We saw various storm warnings current. The Bureau's total forecast of rain, days 1 to 4, 5 to 8, 1 to 8. Rainfall scale, right hand side of the screen, and look at that amount of area in green and dark green. And the dark green is 50 to 100 millimeters, and don't be surprised to see some areas in excess of 150 millimeters this week. You can clearly see how the scene is changing, and even dark green, let's say Canberra down into north and northeastern Victoria.